Hello there, this video will cover an example of how to edit the source code of an app in Linux. This procedure will work on both Chromebooks and PCs. One of my favorite things about Linux is it places control and access in the hands of the users where it belongs, along with extensive documentation, allowing users to customize every aspect of Linux to meet their needs. This is a Media Blitz format that will allow me to share topics faster and keep pace with frequently updated topics. My channel focuses on adding the power of Linux to your Android, Chromebook, or PC without the need to root or remove your system. Additionally, I cover cross-platform topics. My playlists are available from the homepage on my YouTube channel and are organized by operating system and cross-platform topics. To make it easier to follow along with my videos, I include the full written instructions in the pinned comment. So if you scroll down to the comments of the current video you are watching now, you will see the top pinned comment containing the written instructions. To see the whole comment, click on Read More. Any updates will be noted at the top of the pinned comment. Note that you can copy and paste the notes into a text file like I have here with the mousepad text editor. Or, if you're feeling fancy, we can copy and paste the notes into a TiddlyWiki notebook, also known as Flexible Offline Searchable Notes. Here, I pressed the backtick key from the top left of the keyboard so that there are 3 backticks before and after the text. This will apply monospaced block formatting. Keep in mind that you can modify the notes however you'd like, whether that's formatting, adding images, or changing what's in the notes. For more information on TiddlyWiki, I recommend watching my TiddlyWiki videos. That concludes the intro, now onward to the video. In this video, I will be using Debian with the LXDE desktop, and I will be modifying the source code of the Calculator app. In the LXDE desktop, we can go to the menu, then in the accessories category, we can click on Calculator. From Calculator, we can go to the Help menu and select About. For this example, we will modify the About window so that it goes from saying Calculator to Calculator Rocks. To edit the source code of an app, we first need to install apt-src. To do that, we can open up a terminal, and from a terminal we can execute sudo space su. This will switch us to the root user. After that, we can execute cd /etc/apt. This will take us to the /etc/apt file path. Here we are going to execute cp sources.list sources.bak. This will create a backup copy of the sources.list file and it will be named sources.bak. Once we've done that, we can execute ls to list the files. Here we should see the sources.list copy that we named sources.bak. Now that we've done that, we are going to execute nano sources.list. This will open the sources.list file with the nano text editor. If your sources.list file already has lines starting with deb-src, then you won't need to edit the sources.list file. If your sources.list file does not have any lines starting with deb-src, then we are going to duplicate every line that starts with deb. To do that, we can highlight a line starting with deb, do Ctrl-Shift-C to copy it, and then on another line we can do Ctrl-Shift-V to paste. For this example, I only had one line to duplicate. Once we have duplicated the lines that start with deb, we can then modify the duplicated lines by changing deb to deb-src at the start of those lines. Again, since I only had to duplicate one line, I only had to change one line. When we are done doing that, we can do Ctrl-O, Enter, and Ctrl-X to save the file and exit nano. After that, we can execute exit to exit out of root. Here I did Ctrl-L to clear the terminal so it's easier to see what I am typing. Since we edited the sources.list file, we are going to execute sudo space apt space update space -y. This will update the software index list. When that's done, we can execute sudo space apt space install space apt-src space -y. apt-src is a tool we can use to install source code for an app. When that's done installing, we can then execute sudo space apt-src space update. This will update the software index list for apt sources. Now we are going to modify the source code of the calculator app. To do that from a terminal, we can first execute cd space tilde. This will take us to the home directory if we are not already there. Note that tilde represents the home directory. After that, we are going to execute mkdir space source. This will create a folder named source, which is where we will place the source code when we install it. Once we've created the folder, we can execute ls to list the files, and here we should see the source folder that we created. Next, we are going to do cd space source. This will take us into the source folder. Now from the source folder, we are going to execute sudo space apt-src space install space calculator. This will install the source code for calculator. By default, this will place the source code in the current directory we are in, which for this example is the source folder. When the source code is done installing, we can execute ls to list the files. Here we should see a calculator folder. To go into the folder, we can execute cd space calculator dash the version, which for this example is 2.1.4. From this folder, we can execute ls again to list the files. From the listed files, we should see a UI folder. After that, we are going to execute cd space UI to go into the UI folder. Again, we can execute ls to list the files. To edit Calculator's About window, we are going to edit the about.ui.in file. To do that, we can execute sudo space nano space about.ui.in. This will open the about.ui.in file with the nano text editor. From this file, a few lines down, there should be a line that has program_name. On that line, we are going to change the value of program name from calculator to calculator rocks. When we are done modifying the file, we can do Ctrl-O, Enter, and Ctrl-X to save the changes and exit nano. After that, we can execute cd space tilde slash source. This will take us back to the source folder. From the source folder, we are going to execute sudo space apt-src space build space calculator. This will build our modified source code so that it is ready to install. After that, we can execute sudo space apt space remove space calculator space -y. This will remove the current calculator that is installed on our system. Once calculator is removed, we are going to execute ls space *deb. This will list the files ending in .deb. Here we are going to install the .deb file that starts with calculator _ the version number. To do that, we can execute sudo space apt space install space / the .deb file that starts with calculator _ the version number. Rather than typing out the whole name of the file, we can instead highlight the name of the file, do Ctrl-Shift-C to copy it, and then we can do Ctrl-Shift-V to paste it. After that, at the end of the command, we can type space -y. This command will install the calculator.deb file that we built from source. When that's done, we can then reopen Calculator by going to the menu, and in the Accessories category, we can click on Calculator. Then from Calculator, we can go to the Help menu, select About, and this time the About window should have the message Calculator Rocks. So now we know how to download source code, modify it, and how to install the modified source code. To delete the source code and revert an app back to normal from the terminal, we can first execute cd --tilde. This will take us to the home directory if we are not already there. From the home directory, we can execute sudo rm -r source. This will completely delete the source folder. To verify that we deleted the folder, we can execute ls to list the files, and here we can see the source folder is no longer listed. Now to restore the calculator back to normal, we can first execute sudo apt remove calculator -y. This will remove the current calculator app that is installed on our system. When that is done, we can execute sudo apt install calculator -y. This will install the calculator app, which is how we would normally install the app. When the install is done, we can verify that calculator has been returned to normal by going to the menu, and in the accessories category, we can click on calculator. From calculator, we can then go back to the help menu, select about, and here we can see the about window has been returned to normal. When looking at the source code of an app, we can try to get more information about the app by looking around at the files that are installed with the source code, such as the README text file and doc folder. If you are using Debian or a Debian-based distro such as Kali, Mint, or Ubuntu, then you may be interested in the sources of documentation for Debian that I have listed here. In a browser, the URL file // can be used with any browser, which is a great way to view HTML or PDF-based books and documentation. QPDFView is also an excellent PDF reader, which we can get by installing QPDFView. Another great source of documentation is magazine.raspberrypi.com. From this website, we can get programming books as PDFs. So from here we can scroll down, and near the bottom of the page we can click See More Books. Here we have access to a bunch of different books. For this example, I downloaded the C and GUI programming book by clicking Find Out More. Then on the next page we can click Free PDF Download. And lastly, on the final page we can scroll down a little and click the Take Me to the Free PDF button to download the PDF version of the book. Here I am viewing the book with QPDFView, where I have set the view as 2 pages with cover page and the zoom is set to page size. Depending on the PDF, we can click on a chapter from the table of contents in order to jump to a specific chapter instantly. Also in QPDFView, we can add notes and highlight PDFs. I recommend saving a copy of the PDF before editing it, which we can do by pressing Ctrl-Shift-S on our keyboard. Now to add a text note, we can do Ctrl-A, do a left click and drag the mouse, then let go, and select Add Text to leave a text note. After typing a note, we can click away from the text to minimize the note. The minimized note is placed where the mouse was when we first left-clicked to add the text. So now we have a note that we can view by hovering the mouse over it or by clicking on it. To highlight, we can do Ctrl-A, do a left click and drag the mouse over the area we want highlighted, let go of the mouse, and finally select Add Highlight. This will highlight the outlined area. To save any changes we made, we can do Ctrl-S on our keyboard. Finally, there's the Advanced Bash Scripting Guide. It's a book that assumes no previous knowledge of scripting or programming. This is great for learning more about the Linux command line. My favorite thing about this book is it has lots and lots of examples that we can copy and paste from. All we need to do to have this is install abs-guide. Since it's an HTML-based book, we can open it from a browser by going to file://usr/share/doc/abs-guide/html/index.html. I recommend bookmarking this page for convenience. To get started, just click on one of the hyperlinks from the table of contents and learn away. Companion books to my series of videos are available. I will have those linked in the pinned comment. And that's all for this video, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon!